Hello everyone, welcome to the vlog. My name is Haley. I'm a small business owner in Eastern Oklahoma, and in my vlogs I like to share small business content, crafty content, sewing content, all that good stuff. So it is currently the day before Thanksgiving in the United States, and I'm sitting outside the craft store waiting on it to open. So I think you will have just seen me packing several orders. That was yesterday morning. I have maybe like 10 more open orders that I'm gonna try to get done within the next few hours and get shipped out. Some of the stuff's already made, but a lot of it I do have to make, but I don't have the material for it or the supplies for it, which is why I'm at the craft store. So that is the plan for today. I'm going to go in, try to be quick in here, get out, drive back home, get the orders out, and then later we're going to see Moana 2. So while I'm in here, I need to get supplies to make some princess crowns. They had to have hit the Etsy algorithm because I've been selling literally so many of those. I think I have like 7 more to make today. So I need supplies for that, and I think that's it, honestly. I am gonna look for a shirt. So like I said, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. My toddler has like a Thanksgiving shirt to wear that was her older sister's, but now my big kid doesn't have one and she's really wanting one, so I'm gonna try to find a blank and then try to whip her up something sometime today, maybe tonight. Yeah, that's the plan. It's about to open, so let's run in real quick. All right, I am back home. I was like halfway successful with my endeavors. I went for 4 things and I couldn't find 2, so I didn't end up getting my daughter a shirt. I really thought Hobby Lobby had just plain, oh God, my room looks messy. I really thought Hobby Lobby had just plain long sleeve shirts, but I could only find t-shirts and hoodies. So wasn't able to get her a shirt. We'll have to find something when we go back to town later for the movie. And I got myself just this plain gray crew neck. I'm just gonna leave it plain. I hate wearing hoodies. I don't know what it is, but they make me feel like I'm just being strangled. So I'm trying to build up my crew neck collection. And yeah, I just wanted a plain gray one. And then I was able to find the glitter foam. Thank goodness. They only had 4 sheets of the gold, which is what I use the most of. So I grabbed all 4 sheets. That'll be enough to get me through this round of orders. And then also grabbed a red one for some Christmas crafting that I'm doing. And then I got more ribbon for the crowns, and I also got some ribbon for, I can't decide if I'm gonna sell them in my shop or just make them like for my kids, but I want to do some little like ribbons, like think like first place ribbons that are a star and then have like ribbons hanging down and say nice list on them. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll do them in the shop. But I'm going to put them in my kids' advent calendar. So I got some Christmassy ribbon for that. And then also some sewing needles and some thread. I've been having some problems with my machine, and I'm wondering if it's the thread that I'm using. I have no research or reason to believe that it is the thread I'm using, but it's getting to the point where it's like not enjoyable to sew on my machine at this point. So I'm gonna switch. I got like a lighter weight thread. It's still like an all-purpose thread, but what I'm using is like heavy duty, and I'm wondering if it's just, I don't know, it's like causing tension problems. Anyway, we're gonna try a new thread and see if it fixes my problems. Okay, so it is 11 o'clock. We're going to the movie at 2:30, which means we need to leave here by like 1:45. So I have 2 hours and 45 minutes to get through. Oh, the next thing I wasn't able to get was the felt I used for the backing of my crowns. Hobby Lobby just didn't have the color that I needed. So I have enough to get through the orders that have to go out today, which means I won't be able to finish all of my orders, because to get more of this I would have had to go to Joann, which is across town, like in the opposite direction of my house. By the time I went there and came all the way back home, I wouldn't have had time to get the crowns done into the post office by the time it closed today anyway. So I'm going to use what I have. I'll be able to get through the orders that have to go out today. The rest don't even have to go out until next week. I was just going to try to get them out today. So those will just have to wait till Friday. Anyways, let's get started. Also, I walked in the studio earlier and forgot that I manically took my pegboard off the wall yesterday. So not only is it off the wall and just laying in the floor, everything that was on it is now scattered about the room. I also have like spackling from filling the holes in the wall and paint just all in the studio. So it is a mess. I'm going to try to not even think about it, and that can be a problem for later. Okay, so I've gotten 3 cut out. I have 1 more to do. I had someone ask me recently on TikTok why I use my seam ripper to trace around my patterns when I'm using this glitter foam. And the reason I do that as opposed to like using a pen or something is just so you don't, so like whenever I am making these or my wands, I'm sewing wrong sides together, so there are raw edges. And if you just make like an indentation in this as opposed to writing on it, you don't have to worry about your marks showing. And the seam ripper specifically is so thin that it makes such a thin line that you pretty much are guaranteed to cut over it, and if you don't, it's a lot less obvious than like a pin mark. I used to use like pins and markers and stuff, and I had to spend a lot more time after like the wands and the crowns were assembled having to go through and like finely trim around them so you couldn't see the marks, and this just completely eliminates that. So yeah, I have 4 orders that I'm going to send out today. I have 4 crowns to make, 1 wand, and then another crown, an embroidered crown, but it is already made. I did make 2 new styles of this crown. I made like a berry colored one and a silver one, but I have not got them photographed yet, so they're not listed, and I really need to do that like ASAP, because like I said, these are selling like hotcakes right now. So something else that someone asked me about is why I don't cut out both pieces of the crown. So what I do is cut out the front like by the pattern, and then take my felt and just do a rough cut around it. And then when I sew it like this, and then once I'm done, I trim around. The reason I do that is I used to, cut out both pieces, and it's just a lot easier to do this. You don't have to worry about all these little like peaks and valleys lining up, and no matter how careful you are, you're gonna have some areas that need to be trimmed anyway. So I find that doing this is so much faster. I do the same thing with my stars as well. I'll cut out one piece and then just like a chunk of the other piece and sew the cutout piece onto the chunk and then go through and trim it. And it may not seem like it, but it is faster. Look at that. I needed to send 4 crowns out today and I had enough felt for exactly 4.
Everything I saw the trailer is going to be the big screen.
Yep, so a trailer is just showing you what's going to be in the movie. It's a way to show you what the movie's about. So everything that's in the trailer will be in the movie.
Like, can I get a chee-hoo?
Yep, he'll say that in the movie. Hello everyone, we are back in the car. It's been a few days since I checked in. So the last time I talked to you was Wednesday. It is now Monday. I basically took the Thanksgiving holiday weekend to catch up on some personal sewing projects. And I got the 2 new styles of princess crowns and wands photographed and listed. So today we are back at Hobby Lobby. Last week when I came with you guys, I bought out all of the gold color of the glitter foam that I use for the crowns and wands, and then I came back on Saturday because I needed more for orders and they still hadn't restocked. So we're back again today. Fingers crossed that they have more. If not, I'm gonna have to drive like an hour away to the next nearest Hobby Lobby because I'm literally 1 sheet short to get caught up on the orders that I need to get out. And if I order more, they won't be here in time. But yeah, I need to find some more of the glitter foam sheets. I also need to go to Joann and get, I'm like half a yard short, not even half, like quarter of a yard short on a book sleeve that I need to do for an order. And I think that's it. I have a list of stuff that I need to get. I've got my 2 little besties with me today. We're about to run in Hobby Lobby and fingers crossed that they have it. Hobby Lobby was a bust. They did not have any more of the gold foam. I'm down to my last 3 full sheets. So we're making a road trip. We'll be going to the Hobby Lobby in Muskogee, Oklahoma. It's like less than an hour away. It's still inconvenient. That's okay. I did find this fabric back here at Hobby Lobby. They had their what they consider their autumn fabric 50% off. So all of this was a really great price. I just got a yard of each. Probably should have gotten more, but my kids are ready to get out of there. I've been wanting to make some like tapestries. I want to make some bookish ones, but also some wedding ones. I do have another business that I'm in the process of starting that has been in the works for like 2 years, and I'm finally almost there, and the wedding tapestries kind of tie into that. So that is what that's going to be for. It was actually perfect timing. So yeah, these are all of the open orders that I have right now. It's already 4:30, so I don't know how much I'll get done tonight. I guess it depends on how long we're gone. I'm going to try to at least do some tonight and then finish out the rest tomorrow and have all of those at the post office by the time they close tomorrow. And then I think I'm going to move on to doing some new product design. So yeah, that is the plan. We're about to head out and I will take you guys along with me. It is the next day. My shopping trip last night was unsuccessful. That store had literally 1 sheet of the glitter foam that I needed. So obviously not as much as I was expecting. However, it was the exact amount that I needed to finish the orders that need to go out now. So that worked out. What I'm doing right now, it is the next day. I don't know if I said that. So I have 7 orders that I need to get out within the next hour. I have 2 Kindle cases, a tote bag, a kid's superhero cape, and then 3 wands, or 3 crowns and 2 wands. Those are split up over 7 orders. Thankfully, the Kindle cases, tote bag, and superhero cape are already finished. Those are from my markets. So I just have to make 3 crowns, 2 wands, and get all of it packaged up into the post office within the next hour. So now my plan is get these 7 orders to the post office today. I have 8 more that need to go out tomorrow, and then I'll be caught up until Friday. Today is Tuesday. So I'm going to get this stuff to the post office. I have to take my oldest to a physical therapy appointment. After that, we're going to Tulsa. There's like 3 or 4 Hobby Lobbies in the Tulsa area. I'm going to see, hopefully they have the glitter foam. I've already deactivated the listing for all of the stuff that needs the gold glitter foam. So hopefully I can find some. I'm going to place an order with Hobby Lobby today as well. I would like to find something else to use so that I don't have to use Hobby Lobby. A ton of other craft stores sell this glitter foam, but they sell it in smaller sheets. So Hobby Lobby, they sell it in 12 by 18 inch sheets, which is the width that I need to make the crowns. Every other store sells them in just like 9 by 11 sheets. So that's why I'm relying entirely on Hobby Lobby. Okay, you've already watched me make these like 2 different times during this video. So I'm going to knock these out and then I'll show you when I get everything packaged up. And like I said, another mad dash to the post office. Okay, here is the bow tote bag that's going out today. Here is the superhero cape. I'll have about 45 minutes to get this stuff packaged and get my kids dressed so we can head out the door. Okay, here is round 2 of orders for the day. The only thing I've left to do is the book sleeve, and I may wait on it until the morning because it's already midnight and I'm so tired. It's been a crazy busy day. So I'm going to get these packaged up and then see how I'm feeling. I may start the book sleeve, but I'm probably at least going to have to finish it in the morning. Okay, the book sleeve is finished. This is a size large, meant for hardcovers, so let's do a fit test. This is the largest book I have. So if it can fit this, it should be able to fit just about anything. Oh man, like a glove. Don't you just love to see that? All right, now I just have to get this packaged and get everything to the post office. I just realized I forgot to add my label. It has been a hot minute since I've made a book sleeve, but oh well. I'm not gonna go back and do it. Hello everyone, I am caught up on orders for the time being. I have a day to get my life back together. Trust me, I need it. So I did a little shopping for the studio. First off, I rearranged again. I'm literally doing it like once a week at this point. I have outgrown my space, and I also really need furniture that is equipped for the space and for what I actually need. But I'm going to be moving soon, so I don't want to buy furniture for this space when I'm about to leave it. So I'm like constantly rearranging, trying to make do, and I have it in a setup that I'm feeling for the time being. So now that I have it arranged how I think I like it, it's time to make some upgrades. And these are things that I've been meaning to do for so long. So we'll start with the not so fun stuff and then move into the more like decor fun stuff. So to start, I really needed to upgrade my lighting. I got this 4-foot shop light. It does not have to be hardwired. It just plugs in and it hangs from the ceiling, and it has a pull cord, and you can link 4 of them together. So I got one to see how it works. So right now I have my cutting table here, and then my desk is what I'm looking at, like my sewing desk. So I'm gonna put it just in like in between the two, and we'll see how that works. And then I also got this little one. So again, this is not hardwired, it just plugged in. This is actually an under cabinet light. And what I'm going to do is put it above my cutting table because I get no light over here. And usually I use lamps, but a lamp has to sit on the table, so it's always in the way. So this is going to go on the wall. So those are the 2 new pieces of lighting that I got. And then I'll reassess after I get those up and see what else I need. Next up is curtains. So I've been meaning to hang curtains in here for the longest, not only like on my window, but I also want to hang them from the ceiling to separate like that side of the room from my studio space, because that side is just a mess. It's got like a computer desk and it's used but not for this purpose, and there are many times where I get some of that side of the room like in my shots when I'm like filming these vlogs or short form content. And it just is not cute, and I'm trying to make my space more cuter. So I got curtains to go on my window and also across the room. And I got these marigold color ones, and they are shimmery. These are from Walmart. They were on sale, and I got 2 panels for like $15 each, which is a really great deal. Curtains are extremely expensive, in my opinion, and I'm really excited to get these up. So to go along with the curtains, obviously needed a curtain rod. So I got this cute brass one for my actual window, and then I also have brass like curtain tiebacks or holdbacks to go along with it, but I don't know where those are at the time being. And then for the ceiling, I got one of these, like these type of curtain rods. It's flat on this end, so that will be what screws to the ceiling, and then the curtains will hang down like this. And I got rings to hang the curtain on, not only to just make it easier to like open and close, but also to give it some, like to drop it down some, because these are not going to touch the ground, which is okay. All right, is that all the boring stuff? Okay, now for the fun things. This wall back here, I want to make cute. I want it to have like decor and wall hangings and pictures and shelves. So I first picked up this set of shelves. It's 2 floating shelves in this like light oak color. So I'm going to use those. And then I also found this cutie from the thrift store. And now that I'm looking at it, I think that it's handmade. They used a like soda can tab to hang it. But yeah, I thought this was so cute. I really liked the scalloped bottom. I may eventually like sand it and restain it because it is pretty orange, but for now, we're just gonna hang it and be happy with it. Next up, I got this pink throw blanket. It was $5 from Walmart to put across my chair because when I come in here in the morning, sometimes it's cold. So this is just for practical use, but I thought it was cute. And I think the rest of the stuff is all Christmas decorations. So oh no, I got one more thing. I got this little fake plant vase situation to go on the shelves back there. So I bought paint to paint this room forever ago that's pretty much like this exact color, like a mauvey berry pinky color. and then never got around to it, and now I'm about to move, so there's no point in doing it. But once I am in a space that I can paint that color, this is going to just look so nice. And this is kind of the like vibe that I'm going with. I really love these tones. I want it to be like girly, and if you can imagine a mix of like cottagecore and dark academia, that's kind of the vibe I want for my studio. So yeah, got this. Okay, here's one more non-Christmas related item. I got these like strip light, and then I thought it would be cool to backlight my pegboard. I may actually repaint this. That's something that I can repaint because it's going to come with me. So yeah, that's my idea with that. Now on to Christmas stuff. I have this tiny little tabletop tree. She just came out of storage, don't judge her. And I want to put it in here somewhere. So I needed decor for it. In the rest of my house, I'm very classic Christmas, red and green, some gold, but in here I want to be girly pop. So I did pillage some ornaments from my girls' room because their room is also very pink Santa girly pop Christmas. So I'll show you those whenever I'm decorating the tree. But I also got this little pack of ornaments. Pinks and greens. Again, that's kind of the color scheme that I'm going for in here. This one has like little disco balls. It has a little teddy bear, a little unicorn, a bunch of different textures. So I grabbed those. And I also got this like iridescent tinsel to hang from the tree because I thought that would be cute. Also for the tree, I got this pink ribbon. It's like the perfect color pink, and it's velvet. I had to go with I chose to go with a thinner one since the tree is so small. And then I got this garland. I got these cute frosted teddy bear, gummy bear ornaments for the tree. And then I got a few standalone ornaments. So pink cowgirl hat. I've been in my Chapel Row and Pink Pony Club era this entire year, so that felt fitting. And then pink Santa with the glittery beard. And another pink Santa, because why not? So like I said, along with the shelves, I just want to have just like cutesy stuff. And I have a couple of ideas for wall hangings that I want to do. Once I get a second, I would really like to try my hand at tapestry crochet. I've never crocheted before in my life, but I watch Blondie Knots on here. She does a lot of really cool tapestries, and I kind of want to try one. But yeah, I just have some other ideas for stuff to hang on this wall. That's probably going to come last though, because I need to brainstorm some. So yeah, let me get these curtains hung really quickly. You guys, this is 2 days worth of orders for me. I do not get this kind of volume. What the heck is happening? I also made all this in 2 days. This is actually blowing my mind. So very grateful. Hello everyone, it has been a few days since I last talked to you. I'm getting ready to round out this holiday season. Today will be my last working day in the studio for the year, which I'm so excited about. And I think I only have 5 open orders to finish. I finished 6 yesterday. I think I have 5 today, but one of them is a set of quilted fairy wings, which are very labor intensive. Going to do a a little makeup while I sit here and catch you guys up. So I had a huge week this past week, or huge for me in my business anyway. Just on Monday, I sent out over 20 orders. I think like 23 orders. And I also made all of that in a day and a half. So in a day and a half, I made, I don't even know how many products it was, probably close to 40, probably like 35 products, packaged them all up and got them shipped out in a day and a half. That was crazy. And then every other day this week, I was able to just keep up with orders, you know, as they came in. I was pretty much able to get them out like the next day. So yeah, I have 5 more orders to make, and then I'm done for this holiday season. It has been so crazy, and definitely not done sewing. Now I need to start all of the sewing I'm doing for gifts. So I had planned on doing quite a bit and have not even started. And I have my first like holiday party this weekend that I need to have gifts for. So definitely not done sewing. So yeah, I have a ton of work to do today, but before I get started, I'm finally going to decorate the studio for Christmas. Not doing much. I just have like a little tree to decorate and then some garland to hang up. I don't feel like doing much makeup, but I wanted to do some because I am feeling very unproductive today, and having makeup on always makes me feel a little better. Not better, but just like more put together, less lazy. So while I have you here, I guess I will talk with you about kind of the future of my business and this channel, because I do have some very exciting things coming up. So I've spoken at length about how I don't know or didn't know like the direction that I wanted to go with my handmade business. I started out doing kids dress up clothes, and then this summer when I decided I wanted to do markets, I switched to a lot of quilted stuff. I stopped doing markets in September, I think, and for like between Halloween and now transitioned back into doing the kids stuff, like all the crowns and the wands you can see me doing. Done like some capes and some wings. And that is just because that's what sells best for me. The quilted stuff sold better at markets, but the kids stuff sells better online. And I'm obviously primarily an online business. And for Halloween, obviously like the kids dress up stuff, that's my best time of year. So that's what I have been doing. Been doing a lot of custom orders, and it has been keeping me busy. But I feel like, especially after this holiday season, I am kind of maxed out on, I feel like I've plateaued. I don't feel like I can make any more money than I am now keeping things the way that they are. I feel like I either need to hire someone or need to work even more hours, which isn't really an option, and not an option that I want to explore, because I am a full-time stay-at-home mom. I mean, I guess I'm a full-time work-from-home mom, because I do work full-time, but I do have my 2 kids home with me all the time. I even homeschool, so like working more hours, and by work more, I basically mean out of the house. I would have to work out of the house, because if you work from home with kids, you know that your attention and time is still split between your work and your kids. And I don't always have the most productive days because I am taking care of 2 kids. So I think my only other option, or I think my only options, would be to hire someone to help, especially with like product fulfillment, packaging up orders, because that does take such a long time. Or hire someone to like help with social media, because I have almost no social media presence for my brand, because I just don't have the time for it. So that would also be a way to grow. But yeah, I've basically plateaued, and I'm not at a point that I want to plateau at. I would like to be making more money, if we're just being honest. I actually am going to start another business, and it's a business that I have been planning for and saving up for over 2 years now. And the success that this business has had the past few months has finally put me at my goal. And I'm start saving up, or I have saved up for it, and I'm ready to actually start it, which is so exciting. I'm going to be starting a party and event rental business. So I'm going to start out with mostly decor, like backgrounds, and I'll have different types of backdrops. And I'm going to sell balloon kits. So I don't want to be like a balloon person. I don't want to go do balloons at events, but I do want to have like curated DIY kits that people can purchase. And then I would eventually love to be able to expand and like do weddings and have, like tables and chairs and stuff for rent. That's not going to happen yet because I don't have the space for it. I'm blinding you guys with this. So yeah, I'm starting out small, but I am finally ready to start. So that has led me to the question of where do I go with this business? And I think, or I'm hoping, that I will just have a natural progression like into weddings, like I said. And I would really love to start doing some some handmade wedding items. I really love the big like tapestries. I don't know if you've seen them. I see them on Pinterest all the time. I've seen them on Etsy, and they're like custom wedding tapestries that'll say like the couple's names or the date or whatever. So yeah, I would really like to get into those. I've actually found a couple that I'm going to do one for really soon, and I want to kind of have that ready and launch that at the same time that I'm doing launching my party rental business. And I would also really love to do some like custom veils, like bridal veils. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm still going to keep this business running as is until, I hopefully start making money on the other business. I can't just shut this down just yet. I would also really just love to start making some like sewing and crafting related content. I've spoken about that before because ultimately I just want to be able to keep sewing. Or I'm going to keep sewing, whether it's, full-time in this business, or hopefully eventually I'll be able to do like the wedding stuff that I want to do. Or even if I, start just putting out like sewing and crafting content. I just want to be able to keep sewing, but I also am a mom of two. I need to have an income. So yeah, that is kind of where I'm going from here. I'm really optimistic about this new business. I think that, at the very least, I could be able to replace this income with that. And it should be hopefully less labor intensive. The thing about like running a handmade business, and this handmade business in particular, is that I make everything from start to finish. It is like the ideas are thought in my head. I draft my own patterns, I make the product, I package it all myself. Like it is start to finish just me, and that's why I have plateaued, because there's only so many hours in the day that I can put into this business, or so many hours in the day that I'm willing to put into this business. But with the party rental business, I invest and make a backdrop once, and then other than like maintenance in between rentals, like it's there ready, it's made and available to be rented out. Not having to make something new every single time. Also, most parties and events are on weekends, so other than just like prepping during the week, the majority of my work should be on weekends, which is when it is the easiest for me to have childcare. So that is another plus to doing this. And yeah, I think it's just going to work out really well. I am going to keep sewing. I am going to keep creating. I do want to keep these studio vlogs going, because whether it's, for this exclusively handmade business, or I'm making things for this new business, or just sewing for personal projects or whatever, I'm still going to be in the studio sewing one way or the other. Okay, I'm going to finish my makeup now. Okay, still need to do something on my lips. I always sleep in some type of protective hairstyle, but I did not last night. I had a busy day yesterday and I just passed out. Like, this was freshly washed and curled hair yesterday. Oh my god, it's so puffy. Okay, that looks a little crazy. Maybe I am going to throw some curls on it. I'll just do a couple to help smooth it out. I'm still probably going to put it up though. I don't even bother curling my bangs anymore because I know I'm just going to tuck them behind my ears. I don't want to cut them again. I regret cutting the bangs so much. So I'm just letting them grow and tucking them behind my ears for now. Alright, good enough. I'm still probably going to put it up, but at least it's not so puffy. Okay, let's do this tree. Okay, this is where we're at after the ribbon. And I'll obviously adjust it once we're done. I'm actually going to clean up some of this blocking where it gets absolutely everywhere in here. I think now I want to do the tinsel. I got this iridescent tinsel that is so pretty. We have something like this, and then I just stuck a piece of an ornament hook through the back. And I'm just going to, where do I want this to go? Like here. I'm just going to stick it down on the branch and then pinch the wire. Okay. I love it. It's so cute. So there's the front, and then my sewing machine will go here. Remember, the back is not the star of the show. Cute! Okay, so let's turn the lights on. You guys, I messed up. I accidentally hyperfixated on getting the rest of the studio decorated, and it is now almost 6 p.m. and I have not even started work. So I'm gonna be up all night because I'm still gonna get my stuff done on time. But yeah, it's finally decorated. I got all of the Christmas stuff up that I had bought specifically for this room. 99% of the other decor is just stuff that I pillaged from the rest of my house. So this is definitely not like the final product, but it looks so cute, feels so much cozier in here. So let me show you. So nothing over here changed except I hung that mirror, and then I added some more decor to these shelves. My cute tree. I got that garland hung. And then I hung these shelves. And yeah, all of this is either stuff that was just like decor put away or stuff from my girls' room that will have to go back once their Christmas decor comes down. But I got this little garland hung, which is so cute. Just put some books there and another little garland. So this one and that one I made. And then this one I bought. And then I also added these backlights around my pegboard. I've been wanting to do this for so long. And yeah, I just think it's a vibe. Let me find the remote. You can change the colors, kind of like the greens. We'll probably mostly keep it on the pink. But yeah, so cute. And then I got this light hung the other day. I think I told you about it. Let me turn it on, show you how freaking bright it is. It is so offensively bright, but it is so nice for obviously working it lights up not only my cutting table, but also where I sew, and that's an issue that I was having. This corner over here was so dark. I think I showed you that I got another little light that I'd planned on putting under here. I honestly don't need it. I may go ahead and put it up so that I can use it sometimes and not have to turn this big guy on because it is so bright. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Don't look at this half of the room. We didn't do this half of the room. I still need to clean up and organize over there, so don't pay attention to it. But everything else looks so good and I'm so happy with it. But now I've got to get started on work. I've wasted all of the childcare that I had today. My kids are about to be home, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. When they get here, I'll have to do dinner and bath and bedtime, and then I'll be back in here tonight to get this stuff finished. Hello everyone, it is officially 2025. Happy New Year. I'm finally finishing up this vlog. So I have it edited up until this point and then realized that I never closed the video out. Hope you all had a really great holiday season. I took a nice long, like 2-week long break, which was much needed. So I don't have a big like 2024 wrap up like I've seen some people do. I think those are really cool. To be honest, I just don't keep good enough record of everything, and truthfully just don't have it in me right now to go back and pull all of that information. I will say though, I know for sure that Q4 of 2024 made 2024 my best year in business yet. I was booked and busy, baby. So yeah, I finished the year out really strong. Did all of my Christmas sewing. I've already taken the Christmas decorations down in the studio, but need to do like a really good clean and reset, which I am about to do now. And I'm going to start making my Valentine's plans, doing it late, of course. One thing I am going to do this year is start setting monthly and quarterly goals, not only like in my personal life, but also my business, so that I'm not continually putting things out, like seasonal items out very last second. So yeah, that is on my agenda for today. I'm going to reset the studio, make Valentine's plans, and set my yearly goals. I spent the past week sick. I'm still very congested, but I'm feeling well, and after a good break, I am feeling excited about work again, so I'm ready to get going. I did end the year with the most negative customer interaction I've ever had in the history of my business. It, I mean, literally brought me to tears. This person was so hard to work with, and it has made me want to move back off of Etsy, just because I feel like with Etsy, you have like no, I don't know, you're kind of just at the will of the customer, which, I don't know, I feel like you are forced to go so far above and beyond on Etsy than is fair, and a large part of that is their like review system. So someone can leave a negative review based off of something that is like out of your control, you have no responsibility over. It can be a completely unfair review, and there's no way for you to like dispute it, get it taken down, and one negative review can tank your overall shop reviews so much. I now literally have one negative review on my Etsy. Like all of them are 5 stars. I have one 1-star review, and it has brought my overall shop rating down to a 4.9. But yeah, it left a really like bad taste in my mouth. It was, I don't know, my hand was really being forced, and I was already going so far above and beyond for this person, and it was entirely just on USPS getting their package there late, and this person for not understanding how to use the internet. Not understanding, like being able to look at tracking information, to see with her own eyeballs that I was not at fault, and then just being so difficult to work with. So yeah, that's something else that I need to think about. I did just move off of Shopify back onto Etsy, but one of my goals for this year is to have more of a social media presence with my brand, and that's the reason I left Shopify to begin with, was because I just wasn't driving my own traffic, or it wasn't driving any traffic to my website. And obviously the benefit of Etsy is that it's a search engine. You really have to do like none of your own advertising. But I've had a great break. I'm feeling rested and excited about work, and I'm ready to get things started. So I will leave this incredibly long video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos from me, be sure to subscribe. If you have a small business, leave your business name in the comments so I can check you out. One of my goals for this year is to shop small as much as possible. And also, if you make small business content, leave me your like social handles or your YouTube name or whatever, because I'm always looking for new small business girlies to check out. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!